For the last few months, the Evolved Tesla has been the worst evolution in the game, but not any longer, because in the recent set of balance changes, the Evo Tesla got an 18% damage buff to the pulse damage, which is pretty crazy. That changes a lot of interactions. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys and say, oh, the Evo Tesla is going to be one of the best Evos in the game. Definitely not. The Evo Cannon is still going to be better, but Expo, guys, 3.0 Expo, this deck I'm using actually finished #1 in the world last season. Pretty hard to believe. And now people are wondering, okay, is Goblin Drill going to use the Evo Tesla now instead of some of the other evolutions? Because those things traditionally pair very, very well with the Evo Tesla back when it was actually strong. This guy's got the Dagger Duchess, which is completely fine with me because we're running Expo, and Expo is definitely one of the decks where the Duchess is basically useless against the Expo. Same with the Cannoneer, and because they have less tower health, it's definitely more ideal for the Expo player. So we'll just go in for a log here on top of the Rascals. Very interesting deck on this guy's end here. It's beginning of the season, so maybe not super duper surprising. We could potentially send in an Expo now because his Rascals are out of hand, which is a pretty solid tank. Good timing because he just went Wizard in the back, and he's going to have the Barbarian. So we'll just let that be because he did commit a lot of Elixir. I would have gone Fireball if it weren't for the Evo Wizard, but of course, because he does have the shield, we kind of got to relax a little bit, I feel like. So we'll just go Archers here, and then we got to kind of watch out here. I screwed up a little bit defensively, but we're all right. We get a nice surround there on top of the Wizard, and luckily it didn't get any more damage. The Knight is also going to connect on his left tower. Wow, we just get all that damage back and even more because he just decided to let that go. And look at that. Oh, I thought the Evo Archer was going to get a shot on the tower. That would have been pretty nuts, but regardless, that was still pretty good. We can just cycle an Ice Spirit here and then probably just pre-place a Tesla. I feel like we might as well. We're getting close to double Elixir, and I feel like it's fine because, I don't know, he doesn't seem like he's sending in a hog anyway. He kind of seems to be chilling. So let's just cycle a log here on top of the Rascals. Going for the Expo here. We have Fireball at the ready if he does choose to go in. He does go in for Barbarians, but he kind of does a 3-2 split. So maybe an Evo Tesla is better on top of, let's actually just Fireball this instead. That might be fine. Wow, he went in for a hog. I wasn't expecting him to play it in the left lane. I thought maybe he would play it in the right, but the left was unexpected for sure. Caught me off guard a little bit. Probably well played on his end. Let's see. He goes in for Rascals here, and he goes in for the Evo Wizard. Let's just get a log going. That'll take the shield off and kill the Rascal Girls, so that's pretty good. And then we'll just go in for Skeletons here, and then go in for a Knight. And let's see what he wants to do. We could just go in for an Expo again, just keep up the pressure. This time around, we do have the Evo Tesla, so I think I'm going to go ahead and play it here. Mine as well. Unfortunately, it doesn't kill the minions, but I guess that's all right. Evo Archers are going to be great here because he just used a Fireball. We'll go Knight here because he might, I was going to say, go in for a Wizard or Rascals, and he chooses to go Rascals. And there we go. We do get an Expo lock. That might actually be our first Expo lock of the game. I don't know for sure. We probably could have and should have gotten one earlier, but he was defending pretty well. We're just going to go in for an Expo here. Hey, the hog jumped, and that actually forces a freeze out of him. So I believe that's the first freeze we saw this whole match. I didn't know he had it. So just get a little Fireball there on the right, and we defend okay. So, okay, now we know he has the freeze. Man, these mid-ladder decks, always full of surprises. Like, I mean, they play, like, basically every card in their deck, and then they still catch you off guard with a surprise card like the freeze. That's kind of just what happened there. Let's just set up the Expo. Let's see what he wants to do. Or the Tesla, excuse me. He's going to go in for a Wizard. So we just Knight here. And a defensive Expo can actually be really good in these types of matchups when they don't have a big spell. Because since he literally doesn't have any way of dealing good damage, if that makes sense. That's why I feel like it's pretty good in this type of matchup. Because freeze doesn't deal a lot of damage at all. So you just get the Expo literally tickling a ton of things like the hog, the miner. It just goes kind of crazy. So Ice Spirit here, get a Knight going, and I wouldn't be surprised if this guy gave up. Man, I feel like Expo is the main deck that makes people rage quit. You know what I mean? Like, Expo players typically fight till the end always, but like when you're playing against Expo and you're getting countered, I feel like it's so frustrating. Like, it just causes a lot of people to rage like this guy did. So let's just play again and get into another one here. So pretty good. I would say success with the Evo Tesla in that match, but it's not like an insane difference. It's kind of like slight changes. I feel like it's mostly noticeable when it's going like up and down multiple times, if that makes sense. So like basically if you're defending something and then the Evo Tesla goes back underground so it has a chance to get another pulse again, if they decide to go in for another push, that's when it's going to be most valuable. So probably the Evo Tesla is going to be like most valuable for sure in like triple elixir, where you just have more opportunities to get value out of it. Man, I just hate when they go in for this like recruit spam, basically first, play of the game. Somehow we stopped those wall breakers, but not before that firecracker got a ton of damage. And I don't even... Actually, we can get the king activated. He kind of helped us out there, straight up, because had he not done that, I wouldn't have been able to get the king activated, because there's no way I would have gone Tesla on top of a firecracker and overcommitted. But because he went in for the Skelly Barrel too, it's like, it's kind of a 4 for 6 trade in a way. I mean, kind of not, because the firecracker did get value before I played it, but still, it makes it more valuable, enough so that it's worth getting the king activation, and it's especially very important when you're against something like recruits to have that king activated. So pretty good overall, I'd say. Let's just go in for a knight here, and I guess, honestly, I feel like this is another type of... I kind of want to go defensive expo. I don't know if he's got a fireball or not, but I feel like it's just going to help out against the recruits and stuff. I just kind of want to. I don't know. Let's just go in for Skellies here, and then let's get our Evo Tesla going. I don't know how those wall breakers... Bro, I forgot about those wall breakers. They just snuck by. Like, are you kidding me? Oh my goodness, man. Okay. I'm hoping our next expo is good, especially with his Evo recruits being out of hand. I mean, I guess only time will tell. I'm just going to go for a knight and then an expo here, and then we'll kind of have to see what he wants to do, I guess. He's got the Mighty Miner, which is, like, so annoying. I'm not going to... Yeah, I don't know, bruh. Mighty Miner's just, like... And he's got arrows, bro. I don't know, bro. Ice Spirit here, I guess, and then Knight. Yeah, I don't know, bro. Let's see. I'm just going to Tesla here. It's going to distract the Firecracker and also the Skelly Barrel, so I feel like that's pretty decent. Yeah, letting those wall breakers connect probably is going to cost me the game, like 100%. I don't know how I'm going to win now, because it's just like, I feel like he's just going to defend without any issue. Okay, yeah, he just cycles arrows there. Yeah, we'll go Knight, I guess. Yeah, I don't know how we're going to win this. Even, like, spell cycle seems a little bit just, like, unrealistic at this point. Because, oh my gosh, if that connected, I would have, like, that would have 100% been over. I still think it's over, though, unless something crazy happens. We'll have to see. Because, again, I just don't know how we're supposed to get an Expo lock with the Mighty Miner. The Mighty Miner is, like, one of the biggest issues, I feel like. I might just Tesla here. Maybe we could go log and then just, like, fireball on top of the recruits. I feel like we kind of have to, because I just don't know how we're going to get enough damage. But now he's just going to spam and be annoying, which is kind of a good play, to be fair, especially because, you know, he kind of has to, especially once he realizes, like, we're spell cycling. But, I mean, we're defending pretty well, but, like, it's just, like, we're I don't know, bro. Like, we're in still such, like, a rough spot. I don't know if we're going to be able to come back. Gonna Expo here, I guess, but he's just going to go recruits, probably. Mighty Miner, alright. Got a log here, I guess, and go archers. There's just no way we're getting a lock. It's just not happening. Like, yeah. It just ain't happening, man. I don't know what this matchup is. Like, I don't know if this is the type of matchup that a good Expo player would win, or if it's actually a bad matchup. I straight up don't know, because it feels so bad. It might be one you have to win in single elixir. I think, like, I lost my opportunity to win it in single. But, I feel like after that, like, how are you getting through recruits in a Mighty Miner? He just somehow, he went recruits and, oh man, I was like, did he just throw? But yeah, no shot. Dude, nah, the guards, bruh, it's too many tanks. Rip, man. I tried. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe if you guys are not subscribed already. You can use credit code BOSS to support me in any Supercell game. And thanks again. Until next time, guys.